have a baking cup. I don't have a measuring cup.
This isn't in his recipe. This is just a me problem.
Why is there always some kind of dilemma? Hi, I'm Tina, and today I'm going to try to make Felix's brownies. And I'm talking about Felix from Stray Kids. I just ran around to like 3 different stores because of this brown sugar scenario. And the first store that I went to, I was like, oh, I don't need both types of sugar, I'm just gonna improvise anyway. And then I was thinking, like, I really want to make these brownies correctly and properly. And so I thought, okay, I'll go to another store because I didn't want to go to the same one because it could be awkward. It's not that big of a store. And so then I went to another store. There's like a bigger supermarket, and it was super crowded. And I was looking for the sugar and I didn't see it anywhere. And all of the workers that I saw looked really busy putting things on shelves, and I didn't want to bother them, and also I felt super shy. So I decided to go to a totally different store, a 10-minute walk away, and they had sugar, and it was cheaper than in the first store, the brown sugar, so it was worth it. I'm super excited to start. Let's bake.
Brownie, brownie, brownie. Brownie, brownie, brownie. Brownie, brownie, brownie.
He has like a couple of versions that I saw people posted. I'm gonna try to follow them, but make it in a half portion. I have all of the ingredients here. I have the chocolate, I have eggs, dark chocolate, so more chocolate, cocoa powder, flour, sugar, white sugar, and then also brown sugar, and some coffee powder. I also bought vanilla because his recipe had vanilla, and in the other store it was too expensive, but then I saw this. I don't think it's like real vanilla, but it's like vanilla flavored. I forgot. We also have butter. I'm just gonna use this bread loaf because it's about like half the amount, or I'm going to try to make half the amount anyway. He buttered the baking tray and then put the paper and then put more butter. So that is what we are going to do. I cut the paper that I had so that it fits this baking pan, and I need to somehow melt the butter. We don't have a microwave. Hot melted butter, so it needs to be hot. Should I heat it up on the stove? What do I do? I'm gonna melt the butter in this. You know, like some recipes use like brown butter. So maybe if it, like, even if it gets browned a little bit, it will like add to the flavor. Add this little leftover piece first. Oh. Oh. This is 125 grams. And you know what? We're gonna use all of it, so I don't even have to worry about measuring. Why are you sizzling butter? Look at this. The butter is melting. Our lovely butter is melting. This is like, you know, like a whole serving of soup for someone. Imagine that, a soup, but it's just butter. Smooth like butter. He put butter under the paper, so we're gonna do that. But we can't use too much because we don't have extra butter to waste. I've buttered this little guy. And next, we need to do what? As usual, I don't have a baking cup. I don't have a measuring cup. I really should invest one if I'm going to continue these. So we're using an actual cup as a measuring cup. And he used 1/4 cup plus half of a cup.
So half of 1/4 cup plus half of a cup. So first, half of 1/2 is 1/4, and half of 1/4 is 1/8.
So that's 6/8. Does that mean like 3/4 of a cup? Why did he measure it separately like that? Am I doing the math math wrong. 6/8 is... Okay, 6 and 8 both divide by 2. 3 and 4, yeah, like 3/4 of a cup. Yeah, okay, so my math is mathing for once in my life. This goes into our bowl. Yes. What do I do now? Also the chocolate. Okay, we have 2 kinds of chocolate. We have this extra dark chocolate, fondente extra, and this one that's more of like a milk chocolate, but it says that it has a really intense cacao percentage, which is a whopping 36%. This is 50%. Let's break these up into some bits. I'm so curious about how these taste. Like, I believe and trust that he has a good taste in sweets. I'm born in 2000 and he is also born in 2000. And like when I see him, I'm like, oh my god, he's accomplished so much in life. He has so many brand sponsorships, like on top of everything that like he's done in his career, and it's just like, wow. It's so crazy to me. I don't know how he's handling it, but he is doing an amazing job. So I've broken up our first thing of chocolate, and it said he used 227 grams of chocolate. This is 100 and this is 90. So we're going for half. So I'll just use this one for now. That was not all that we needed. We also added in 1 tablespoon of espresso powder. And I have instant coffee. And I'm going to use this as if it were espresso powder. So 1 tablespoon. I believe espresso powder is stronger than this, so instead of halving it, I'll add in the full amount so that it's still strong. And I've never made brownies with espresso powder before, and I think this is like his special point in his recipe, although I'm sure other people do it as well. So we are adding this in, yes. We are going to pour the butter on top of this mixture. Ooh. These chunks that I didn't cut, they are not melting, so I'm going to leave this for now. In a separate bowl, combine granulated sugar, dark brown sugar, vanilla, and salt. Mix in 6 eggs, then add butter mixture. Okay, we can do that. He used 2 cups of granulated sugar and half a cup of dark brown sugar. So that means we use 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar. 1 cup of sugar is a lot of sugar. This is a lot of sugar. Oh, okay. Found the sign to stop. I do have a separate bowl here. The other one has the chocolate. And then, what was it? 1/2 of a cup? We do 1/4 a cup of brown sugar that we searched so hard for in the stores. It better be worth it, this brown sugar. 20 spoons. Where do I put the spoon? 1/2 of a cup. Wait, no, 1/4 of a cup. It's like 1/4, right? Because the bottom is thinner. Yeah. He also added in 1 tablespoon of salt, so we have approximately 1/2 of a tablespoon of salt here. And we combine these together. Why are there so many chunks in this white sugar? I think I might have to reheat this because it's quite cold right now and it is hardening a little bit, and I don't think that is correct. I'm heating up some water on the stove so I can try to melt this again. And like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on top like this. But before that, I forgot to put in the vanilla into the sugar and salt. He used, why can I not do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we use 1 teaspoon. How does this open? Oh, how does it open? Oh, okay. It was like a snap off kind of thing. Like, can it close again? It can. Okay, nice. It doesn't come out. Hmm? How come it doesn't come out? Okay. This is our sugar mixture. First, an egg. Oh. An egg. Two eggs. And 3 eggs. Yeah. This isn't in his recipe, this is just a me problem. So I'm gonna put it here. There we have some hot water. And I'm just gonna try to melt it. You know what else it is? I saw in the recipe that he only mixed in 1/4 cup of cocoa powder first, and I put in the whole amount. So I think that may also be part of this problem. But it's melting very nicely, so it's fine. At this point, I think, like, while I'm waiting for this to heat up a little bit more, I think I will heat the oven. It's taking a while to melt on the chocolate. Doesn't it look so nice? Our chocolate is fully melted, and we need to add it to our lovely egg mixture. Ooh, wow. It is fully combined. It looks nice. Very nice. Now we need to add in the flour, and you're supposed to add in the other part of the cocoa powder, but I accidentally added it in before. 1 cup all-purpose flour, and then only 1 cup for all of this. Wait, let me just check. So that means we only use half of a cup. Let's go. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Too little, a little bit more. Yeah. This looks like about half of a cup, right? So we're putting it in. Yes. I'm excited to eat brownies. Brownie, 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 brownie. It's quite thick. Is it supposed to be this thick? I have this whole other chocolate bar too. Should I add in little chocolate chunks even though he didn't? I have combined it all very nicely. Nice. Our lovely mixed chocolate. I'm going to put this into the baking tray. There's a little bit of sugar there for some reason. This bowl is very hard to handle. It is too big. This is a lot more batter than I thought it would be. And I think this little bread loaf thing is not gonna work because the brownies are gonna be way too thick. I have this, which is slightly better because it's wider. But I already cut the paper for this one. What do I do? Why is there always some kind of dilemma? I realized I don't have any more butter, so we're just gonna have to try with this and see how it goes. It's just gonna be a really thick, really thick brownie maybe. Oven is already at 180, so I'm just going to put it in. We'll see what happens. I've been waiting for the brownies to cook and I was hungry, so I boiled an egg. And this egg is cooked so perfectly. Look at that. Perfectly cooked egg. I hope that the brownies will be as perfectly cooked as this egg. I just tested it. It's been like 30 something minutes and it was supposed to be done at 20 minutes. But because it's so thick, it is not done on the inside at all. The top looks really nice, but the inside, probably like another 30 minutes. And then I'll check it again and see how it is. Okay, it's been an hour. Wait, it's actually risen a lot. I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to rise. I already tested it 2 times and it wasn't done. So let's see. Oh wait, okay, I think actually it seems to be done. It will just be a little bit fudgy, which is fine. It came out mostly clean, so I think I can turn it off. It made a small hole, but that's okay. I think it is done, and I let it cool down a bit, so it's not so hot anymore, but it's still warm. And I'm going to try to cut it. I think it will be like a fudgy kind of consistency, but let's see. So it's like this. And because I use this bread loaf pan, it is basically the size of bread. I think that the end piece of brownies are the best. Do you want some? Yeah. It's good. I recommend. Felix, you did a good job. Like, to be honest, it's a brownie. It tastes like a brownie. How much do you want?
Just small.
Do you want the end? The end is good. How small is small?
Very, very good.
I think more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it's good.
You're good. Very good stuff.
Good too. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe because it really motivates me and helps me to continue making videos. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please eat well and rest well and have a good day or night.